Hi, my name is GITTY Bulow. I'm 23 years old. I live in Denver, Colorado. I found out that I was going to have a baby with Down syndrome at 22 weeks of pregnancy. And right when I found out, I got the phone call, and the first thing the doctor said to me was, "Do you want to terminate the pregnancy?" Which kind of came as a shock that that was the way that they approached it, because it's a baby. And then I kind of broke down and I just cried for like hours. And then I got myself together, went to Vegas, came home, and realized that he's going to be so cute and that I'm going to love him to death. It was more upsetting that my family took it as it was a bad thing, which it wasn't. It was different. It was not what we were expecting, but he's a baby. And it just changed what we thought would be our future. We thought, my husband thought, that we'd be like traveling the world. And he thought that if we had a kid with a disability, that couldn't happen. Which it can. I mean, I'm hoping. And when we found out that, like with certainty, that he was going to have Down syndrome, I was happy I knew so that I could do the research. And I had like one moment that I was like why? Like, how could this happen? And then I realized that it happened for a reason, and that you have to have like faith that something great is going to come, and that you have to look at the good in what's going to happen. And I really believe that in a family you can choose. Like, you can choose for something like this to make you stronger, or you can choose for it to break you. And my husband and I decided that it was going to make us stronger, which you can tell it did. And we didn't let it break us. We only let it make us stronger. We have a 3-year-old who doesn't know the difference, which is how I feel everybody should look at it, because he's a normal kid. He's a baby. I didn't know much about Keshet when I obviously was pregnant, or even before, because I never thought about it, because in my head, my kids were going to be perfect. And they were never going to have any problems, and which is a really good way of thinking. So when I found out about Keshet and I learned about Keshet, it gave me so much hope that my child, who was going to need the help, like really need the help, would have a place to go, that he wouldn't feel different and he wouldn't feel like an outsider, that he'd be like one of the guys, and he'd just be like blended in. He'd need some more help, but he'd get that help. He'd get the therapies he needed. He'd get all the learning help he needed, the tutors. That's why tonight is so important to us as a family. It's the only fundraiser that Keshet has, and with the money that Keshet raises tonight is what's going to give my child and all the other kids who need it the Jewish education that we want them to have. It's something that only happens once a year, and it can change the life of so many children. So many Jewish children need it, and can grow and become such amazing adults from it. On behalf of our family and Jonah and all the future children of Keshet, I just want to thank you for your support and wish you guys a great night.